Welcome back, Mr. James Harden. With don't look at me like that, man. So you signed the extension,
Yep.
but you guys lose Russ and Paul. How does your role change, and do you have to be more mindful of being forceful in offense this time around?
Aggressive. Aggressive. Uh, we tried to last year to where trying to figure it out and guys the roles and it's kind of difficult when you got that high caliber of players or quote unquote Hall of Famers and basically the same position and everybody trying to figure their roles out. It was pretty difficult, but this year for me, I got a clear space on what I need to be doing.
Hey James, welcome back. Right here to your left.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Obviously, mourning the passing of Dikembe Mutombo, what he's not only meant to the game, but just as an ambassador and a human being all around. What did his presence, what did he mean to you and to this game as a whole?
Huge impact. He was he had his great stint in Houston. Which is where that kind of relationship built. But like you said, the impact of him being a player, and then after his retirement, him globally impacting the game, and it's meant a lot to this game. So it's definitely a tragedy, and it's devastating, and we're definitely gonna miss him and what he's done. Not only for myself but for the entire game of basketball.
James, you decided to re-sign with this team despite the loss of Paul. I'm curious, why did you want to do that decision and make it so quick too?
You said, why did I make the decision so quick?
Yeah.
I'm home. You know what I mean? And I'm home, and I don't plan on going anywhere else. Like I wanna leave a legacy, especially here. I got an opportunity to be at home, so I love everything that we're doing. A lot of outsiders or people that are analysts or whatever you want to call them don't really have high expectations for us, but we have high expectations for ourselves. And me individually, I've never missed the playoffs in my entire career, so I feel like that our entire team, we got a lot to prove. For me, like as a leader, there's been a lot of situations where teams where we quote unquote wasn't good enough, but we made people believe in us. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is another opportunity for that. And we got a lot of guys in this locker room that's on that mindset. So I'm excited for what we have.
You've been tasked with a lot of playmaking the last couple of years, and a lot of people are talking about, you're a little older. Can you still play at that high level? Do you feel like you have anything to prove on that level?
To myself, yeah, and I'm gonna do it. I don't really got like too much to say about it. I'm gonna just go out there and do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't really talk too much. I mean, I give you guys interviews and let you guys do all the other talking, but for me, I go do my job. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about having the opportunity to be who I am again.
James, there's been a lot of talk because
Usual.
as usual, there's been a lot
Usual.
of talk about your style of play and what works for everybody else, what works for you. What do you feel like is the right style of play needed for this team going into next
We're
season?
gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: it's definitely gonna involve a lot of me. You know what I mean? So not just because because I can create a shot and I can get guys involved, and there's always gonna be talk. You know what I mean? Like there was talk when I was in Houston and I was doing what I was doing, and you can't win like that. Where you just seen a guy last season who made it to the finals playing the same exact way that I played. You know what I mean? So there is a way. You just got the team got to be constructed very well, and you got to have a little bit of luck. You got to make sure you're healthy, and all those things got to play into a factor. So, for me, with training camp and these preseason games, we'll figure out how the style needs to be played, and then we'll go from there.
I see you were leading a lot in Arizona, getting guys come with you, work with you. Besides why, like who are you kind of looking at the most as someone who needs to step up and help you as part of this offense next year?
It's gonna be a team effort. You got a lot of guys who can contribute, and I'm excited for Zoo being better offensively, having more impact. Obviously, we know what Norm can do, and then we got a couple other guys. You know what I mean, and Derek Jones and Nico and T Man, just Amir, just all those guys. They have an opportunity to obviously get out in transition, play off the catch, and then get some easy looks from myself and from our other playmakers. So it's going to be a collective unit effort.
As you look at this season and you talk about the great expectations, is patience one of the big keys for a successful year?
No, I don't. We don't got time for patience. We got to get to it now. You know what I mean? Like we got to get off to a really good start. And these last few weeks, I've been in the gym with the guys, and we've been conditioning and running crazy and preparing ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we are behind, and training camp is going to be helpful for us. Preseason is going to be helpful for us. But you see a lot of young teams, especially early, get off to a great start, and then trickle out at the end. And more the older teams take them a little bit more time to kind of get going. But for us, we got to get off to a good start and make our name and our presence felt from the beginning, and kind of carry that wave in the entire season. So we've been working on some pretty good things.
James, I remember last season you were talking about wanting to keep a core together for a stretch of years. I know you guys obviously lost PG, but how good was it to see Terrence get an extension, Zoo get an extension? Obviously, you re-signed. How big was that?
I mean, it was huge for us. We got our starters other than P back, and we had some great signings this summer. You know what I mean? So it's just for us, continue to build. I think T. Lou and the coaching staff is going to define roles. We're going to figure out a style of play. Defensively, we've been already locked in and going over things. So I think we're going to hang our hat on defense, make sure we get stops. And then offensively, we got athletes and guys to get out and transition and make the game easier for everybody else. So, we got some work to do, but I think everybody in this organization is excited.
And James, when you came over last year, you missed training camp. So this year you get a full training camp with him. How much do you use that time to kind of build the rapport with the new guys, the Derrick Joneses, those guys, to try to ingratiate yourself and see the style of play that you want to see with those guys when you're on the floor?
Like, we're already ahead of the curve. We've been in here for about a month and a half. Getting to it. And last year, not having training camp, not being able to play pickup is a huge part of basketball, especially summertime. That's where you get your feel. I hadn't had any of that last summer, or training camp and going into it. This year I've been playing a lot, so the kind of transition is going to be a lot easier for me. But just building with the team, building with the guys, and then kind of going from there. Like I said, we've been ahead of the curve already. So training camp is going to be just ironing things out, going over details, and then preseason game is in a week.
Getting off to a fast start, how much is that going to be contingent upon Kawhi's availability?
I think Kawhi just needs to take his time. I think we need Kawhi later in the year, and healthy. So I think whenever Kawhi is ready, I'm not sure how much, conditioning and things he's been doing, but whenever he's ready and whenever he's available, then he can take his time and join in. But I think for us, it's just making sure that, we got our structure and we got our, and everybody's ready to go. And then whenever Kawhi is ready, Kawhi will join the team.
Hey, James. You mentioned all the new signings that have come in through the door.
Yep.
One of them also was Jeff Van Gundy.
Yeah.
Are you excited to work with him, and kind of what have you seen
Definitely
from him?
Excited. His communication so far has just been elite. Like, we've been going over camp, like principles, defensive principles. That's his mindset. That's what he brings to our team. So we've been going over that for the last month. Trying to just implement things to where training camp is going to be seamless, and guys already know what we're trying to accomplish or what we're trying to do. But then his communication with me, he's been writing little notes in my locker, basically telling me what I need to do, which I hadn't had in a couple years. So that's what it's exciting about me, because he has goals individually for me that I need to accomplish, that I want to get to for our team to be successful. So he's had a key role in it so far, and this season is going to be great.
Thank you, James.
Thanks.